You didn't build a 7-figure HVAC or electrical business just to stay busy or sell it off to some big private equity firm. You built it to lead, to build a legacy, to become the trusted local legend in your town. This is Local Service Legends, the home service contractors podcast for owners who play the long game. Hosted by Leigh and Justin Fortato, we talk marketing that drives booked jobs, operations that scale, and the mindset it takes to build something worth keeping. You'll hear from real owners who kept control, stayed local, and built companies their families can be proud of. If you're ready to grow, lead, and leave your name on something that lasts, let's get to work.
So there is a few different review topics we're
Okay.
going to go over. So for the first topic, we have 3 examples from the same company. And if you look at their response, it is all the same thing. It's very cookie cutter. If you look at the third example, someone calls out the company on their cookie cutter response. And they have to reply, So I want to know, do you think it's good for companies to have the same response to every negative review? Should they have a few different responses? And then what should they do if they get called out on having the same exact response?
Yeah, I think you need to have a personal response to it.
Yes.
Nobody wants to see a cookie cutter response coming through, especially if you're getting a bad review like this one right here. One star review, plumbing service prompt, but when I called to have gutters cleaned, he came at the final hour and said he didn't have time because he had another call. Am I not a call? So I paid $79 to reschedule. The guy never showed up for the reschedule, never using them again. Wow. All right. Well, Emily, the response, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about the issue. We set a high standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please email us at info@companyname.com and we'll have a manager reach out to discuss this further. That's terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think this lady is clearly already upset because she didn't feel like they cared about her.
Yeah.
Like
They weren't heard.
right, she was just another number. She wasn't heard, and then they come out with a canned response that doesn't even acknowledge the problem. I mean, they didn't show up, and then they paid $79 for a reschedule. They didn't show up again.
Yeah,
No, that's a terrible response for that review. I think it needs to be more personable.
yeah. I think
How do we feel about the third review from them and their response? It's the review from Zach.
All right,
Zach. I think
I'm gonna read it. Justin, you respond. I think it's very telling. 1 star. I think it's very telling that on every review for this company, the business administrators respond in the same copy and paste cookie cutter reply. Nothing about a copy paste response says you actually care what this paying customer has to say. It feels like criticisms fall on deaf ears. Not surprised considering who founded this company. Good afternoon, Zach. We want to assure you that this is not a cookie cutter response, and we care deeply about our experience and service you receive. We know the best way to make this right is for you to connect with you directly to discuss it. Please email us at info@company name so company name employee can reach out to discuss your experience.
yeah, it's clear there's no substance in these responses. And they just responded to somebody calling them out with almost the same exact response as their
Right. They just
reviews.
added, we wanted to assure you this is not a cookie cutter response. Insert cookie cutter response here.
Yeah, so that's terrible.
Okay. So we definitely need to be more personable in
Yes.
what we say to our clients.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like, just for positive note, I do like he used his name in the second one. He said Zach.
yeah, I mean
That's a plus.
right.
But then he responded with the cookie cutter response.
Right.
Yeah.
Just in a different way. It felt exactly the same as the other ones. There was no personability. There was no substance. It was just cookie cutter.
Now, for the next 2 examples, I want to ask first, how important is it for a company to respond to a review?
Yeah. On which
Very.
direction? Yeah.
Very, very, very important. obviously all positive reviews, you want to have a response, but the negative reviews, you have an opportunity to explain yourself, show empathy, be personable, like we said with the last reviews. And, a lot of people, when they're going through your reviews, they, I know me, I like to go to the negative reviews just to see like, what people had to say. And I do read the responses from the business owner. And if that business owner comes off as cocky or insensitive or arrogant, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I probably won't call them. So that's just what I think.
Now, how long do you think it should take the company to respond?
Oh, I think you should
To the
respond. Well, how long?
How long do you think it should take for them to respond?
I think it should be immediately, as quick as soon as they
possible.
see it. They need to respond to this customer and show a timely response.
All right. So for these two examples, this company responded 3 years later to a few of their reviews.
Wow. Well,
Oh, geez.
yeah, I don't think it matters anymore
Mm-hmm.
to that customer. And for me, if I was somebody come and look at the negative reviews, I mean, look, I think it needs to be responded to.
I mean, I think what they're doing here, there was obviously an issue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Right.
There's obviously an issue, and they're trying to improve their customer relationships.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think you need to do it,
right.
but
It just took them a little too long.
Yeah, it took them too long, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to go back and basically correct their shortcomings from a while back. They basically, I think they realized that something was wrong
and they
in
acknowledge
their
it.
processes. Yeah.
They acknowledge it right here. So we're sorry to hear about your experience. Though it has been 3 years from your initial review, we have been making changes and improving our customer relationships. So I think it's handled well on the response, because you can't travel back in time.
Right.
I wouldn't just come back and respond, hey, we want to try to get this solved. I think they did right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So for people listening, and do you think that they should go and respond to some reviews they haven't?
Yes, I think they should. Like I say, every single every review needs a response. And I think if it's years old like this and months old, handling it just like this one, letting them know, hey, we're really trying to fix things around here. We're sorry that we took so long to get back with you. We really want to make things right. Contact us. So yeah, I think
this is actually a perfect way to handle something like that.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. For the next example, this more I kind of just want y'all's professional opinion on. So in the review, they talked about a problem they had, and then the company responded saying that it wasn't a part of their policy. Now, I just kind of want to know, did he respond the correct way? If he didn't, how should he responded? And I guess if there was something else they could have done.
Okay, so this is from Ryan B.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Terrible first interaction with company name. My brother and I are entrepreneurs. We recently moved to Nashville, started looking for an electrician to help us wire our new building with EV chargers.
My wife and I.
Oh, what did I say? My
Brother.
wife and I.
You said my brother and I.
It's all good. Tomato.
Yeah.
We called Hall. All right, let me read the review. Terrible first interaction with company name. My wife and I are entrepreneurs. We recently moved to Nashville and started looking for an electrician to help wire our new building with EV chargers for our fleet of sprinters. We called company name, were offered zero help, wouldn't even talk to us until we completed our lease. We called another local company and we were immediately connected with the service manager. We got our answers to our questions, exchanged names and emails just like that. We found our electrician. First interactions matter. That's true. All right, let's see the response. Ryan, we're sorry to hear you weren't happy with your experience with us. Unfortunately, it is our policy to ensure our customers are the owners of the home before any next steps. We understand this may cause frustration and apologies and that we're not able to assist you in this matter. Should you need anything else, please feel free to contact our office. Thank you. Okay, well, I got some comments on this. I don't necessarily think the business owner is wrong here.
Right. That's what I was about to say. If it's policy to speak to the homeowner,
Right.
then, and you're not a homeowner, then there's nothing that you can do. But I like the way he handled it. I think he could have maybe gone a little more detail, but I mean, he basically said everything he had to say.
I think this needed to be caught before the review got sent.
Yeah.
Whoever this lady talked to at their company, and this guy talked to at their company, was not properly explained why. There's so many, they can't go onto the property and do all this stuff like that without the owner's permissions. So I don't know. I don't know how that conversation went, but just by reading this, I feel like
He wasn't
the
educated.
communication wasn't
Yeah.
there in the beginning call. So proper training of whoever's answering your phones, I think is key. Because both of them are right. Ryan's right. First impression is a lasting impression, but at the same time, there's just certain things you can't do, and I think this company did the right thing by not going
I agree.
give an estimate on the house. I think it
Yeah.
just need to be communicated better.
I think there was some miscommunication. I mean, all Angela C is doing is following the policy,
Right.
So
Okay, awesome. Now,
Let's see.
the next example kind of goes into what we recently talked about responding, whether or not we should respond to reviews. For this example, this customer left a bad review and then was contacted by the company and then updated their review to 5 stars.
Leave it to this company to still post the bad review.
So,
wait, what?
Leave it to this review platform to still post a bad review. If somebody
Oh,
updated
okay.
it to 4 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Yep.
now,
I'm not going to mention their name. I think everybody can tell who it is just by
Yeah.
looking at it.
Now, one of my main questions for this is it doesn't seem like the company replied to their review. It seems like they contacted them elsewhere and the customer was the one who decided to leave a good review.
Right.
So what do you think the business owner should have done?
Yeah. So I think there's a couple things here that I like and I don't like. I like the fact they reached out to the customer, but I also think they should have replied here as well. Because when I look at this review, I don't know what just happened here. Did that guy call and say, "Hey, I'll take $100 off your bill if you take that 1-star review off"?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know what's going on here.
Right. So I think it's a good policy if you can make it right with the customer, call them and make it right. But I also would reply to the review as soon as possible. Hey, we understand there may be some miscommunication. We want to make this right. We're going to give you a call to see how things go. And at least that way it shows that you addressed it online as well. Because if she wouldn't have updated her review, nobody would know.
Right.
He just got lucky.
Yeah. And do you think it's up to the customer to be the one to have to go and be like, oh, never mind, they fixed it? Or do you think it should be the business owner?
No, I think the business owner, because look, this doesn't happen often. When people leave their negative reviews, a lot of times they just stay there. Nothing ever happens. I think it's important to reach out and say, hey, here's the steps that we took. As long as we respect the privacy of the customer, I think it's important to respect the privacy of them as well. But hey, we reached out to you. We came to an agreement. Happy to see that we worked this out. That way, even if they don't update the review, it's showing that, hey, look, we took that opportunity and we did fix it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, for our last example, we have a customer who left a review.
Oh shit.
The company came and commented, and then the customer kind of edited their response to respond to the company's response. So, how do you think this should be handled? Do you think the company needs to respond to the next portion?
Let's see what it looks like here. So I think there's a. Oh. All right. So no, I wouldn't.
All right, hold on. So what happened here?
I can
Okay.
tell you real quick. They left a review.
The top portion is the
Okay.
review.
He responded with this canned response, which should not have done. Customer goes and edits the review to say, "Edit. I call BS on your canned response. If you people actually care, you would correct your issues. You wouldn't be sporting a 1.6 star. I'm not calling anyone. Just fix your issues, close your doors, and save us all from the hassle." Well, first off, I wouldn't have put a canned response. I would have reached out to her and tried to make this right. But I definitely would not get into a piss and match with a pissed off customer.
No.
So you would just leave it be. You
I'd
said
leave
the
it be at this
response
point.
thing.
At this point,
You try to handle that offline.
right. You can't argue online. Not for the whole world to see.
No. No, that at the end of the day, arguing back and forth with a disgruntled client or ex-client, customer, whatever, it's just going to make the business look bad.
And I mean, look, his canned response ain't really a canned response. I mean, it's what do you want him to say? I mean, he's offering, he's sorry for the experience. He addressed you by name. That's not the level of service they want to give. Please allow our quality manager, Sean, to reach out and discuss it with you. So, I mean, it's not a bad review. It's not a bad response. It's not as canned as that person would think.
Right. So I guess, are you asking if he should respond to the edit?
Yeah, he should definitely not respond to the edit.
He should not respond to the edit at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is get into an argument on a message on a review board or whatever
Right.
with a disgruntled customer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like his response at all either, but I just definitely don't respond back. I think it's over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it all today.
That's all today. You got any more questions for us? All right. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip side.
Thanks for listening to Local Service Legends. If you're serious about building a business that lasts, not one you have to sell, you're in the right place. For more resources to grow your HVAC or electrical company, head over to servicehawk.io. And if you're wondering how you stack up against others in the industry, click Get Your Free Audit. We'll show you what's working, what's costing you jobs, and how to own your market for good. Until next time, keep leading, keep growing, and keep building your legacy.